Emma met a man on a dating app who seemed perfect. He was funny, polite, and attentive. After weeks of chatting, they decided to meet at a local cafe. From the moment she arrived, something felt off. His eyes followed her every move. The conversation was stiff, almost awkward, but she tried to stay polite. When she decided to leave early, he offered to walk her to her car. Once she reached it, she noticed deep scratches on the door, deliberate marks that hadn't been there before. Emma never replied to his messages again, but the memory stayed with her. Mark thought he had found someone with shared interests. They agreed to meet at a park one evening. Everything seemed normal until he noticed someone following them at a distance. Whoever it was kept mirroring their movements. As darkness fell, he realized the follower was the woman's ex-boyfriend. The encounter escalated quickly, forcing Mark to call the police before he felt safe again. The experience left him wary of online connections forever. Sophie connected with a man who seemed charming and intelligent. They met at a restaurant, and the initial conversation was pleasant. But when Sophie excused herself to use the bathroom, she returned to find a small voodoo doll left on her chair. At first, she laughed it off, thinking it was a joke. That night, strange messages appeared on her phone, messages that were not from him, but somehow related to the date. Sophie blocked him immediately, but the sense of unease lingered for months. Daniel met a woman online who shared his love for hiking. They planned a day trip to a remote trail. At first, the hike was fun, but soon they wandered into areas not marked on the map. The forest grew dense, shadows lengthened, and the air felt unnaturally heavy. When Daniel asked for directions back, she laughed in a way that didn't feel right. After some tense moments, they turned back, but the image of her unsettling smile haunted him for years. Rachel's experience was even more disturbing. She met a man online who seemed normal. He invited her to his apartment, and everything appeared harmless at first. But then she noticed dozens of photographs on his walls, each depicting a different woman. When she asked about them, he claimed they were inspirations, but something about his tone made her uneasy. Rachel left immediately. Later, authorities discovered that he had been secretly tracking multiple women through dating apps. Ben's story was technological in nature. He met a woman online, and they video called before meeting. The date itself went smoothly, but after returning home, Ben noticed his devices behaving strangely. Lights flickered, his computer turned on by itself, and unusual messages appeared on his phone. Upon investigation, he learned the woman had a history of cyber-stalking men she dated. Weeks passed before Ben felt safe again. Olivia thought she had met someone sweet. They planned dinner at a quiet restaurant. Halfway through the meal, she realized he kept glancing at her obsessively. After she left, she received messages showing her exact location, even though she hadn't shared it. The realization hit her that he had been tracking her movements. Olivia blocked him immediately and avoided that app ever again. Jason's story is subtle yet terrifying. He met a woman online and agreed to lunch. The conversation was normal at first, but she started mentioning details about his life he had never shared. She knew his daily routine, where he worked, and even the names of acquaintances. Jason realized she had been secretly observing him before the date. The experience left him shaken and unwilling to try online dating again. Clara's story is perhaps the most disturbing. She met a man claiming to be a photographer. Their first meeting was at a public park. Everything seemed fine until she noticed him taking photos of her without permission. When she confronted him, he smiled and said, "You don't mind, do you?" Clara left immediately. Later, she discovered some photos had already been posted online. The incident left her terrified of ever meeting strangers from dating apps again. These 9 stories reveal the dark side of online dating. Emma, Mark, Sophie, Daniel, Rachel, Ben, Olivia, Jason, and Clara each face unique dangers, but the common thread is deception. People often present a version of themselves online that hides sinister intentions. While online dating can be exciting, it also carries risks that must not be ignored. Caution is essential. Meeting in public, sharing plans with friends, and keeping personal information private can reduce danger. Ignoring red flags can lead to encounters that escalate quickly. Each story shows that trusting your instincts is crucial. If something feels wrong, it usually is. The psychological impact of these encounters is as serious as the physical threats. Many of the individuals involved experience long-lasting fear and anxiety. They question their judgment and struggle to trust again. By sharing these stories, we highlight the importance of awareness and preparedness, and remind viewers that they are not alone if something similar happens to them. Technology can be both a tool and a threat. Cyberstalking, invasion of privacy, and digital manipulation are as real as physical danger. Ben's experience shows that danger doesn't always happen face-to-face. Sometimes it creeps in through devices and online interactions. The stories of Sophie and Clara show that seemingly small gestures, like gifts or photos, can carry hidden threats. Emma and Olivia demonstrate that even casual encounters can quickly escalate if someone has harmful intentions. Every story serves as a reminder that the online world requires vigilance and caution. The thrill of connection should always be balanced with awareness. People may hide sinister intentions behind charm, humor, or shared interests. Learning to spot patterns of manipulation, obsession, and control can be life-saving. Online dating horror doesn't always result in physical harm. Psychological manipulation and invasion of privacy can be just as traumatizing. The fear, paranoia, and emotional distress these stories cause can linger, affecting trust in future relationships. These stories are warnings for anyone entering the world of online dating. Whether it's Emma's scratches, Mark's stalker, Sophie's voodoo doll, Daniel's eerie hike, Rachel's photos, Ben's tech intrusion, Olivia's tracking, Jason's observer, or Clara's stolen images, each encounter is a lesson in vigilance. Precaution is simple but effective. Meeting in public, sharing location with friends, avoiding too much personal information, and trusting your instincts are basic strategies that can prevent nightmares. Recognizing red flags early can save lives and prevent trauma. Despite the danger, online dating can still be meaningful and safe with proper care. Awareness, preparation, and caution are key to navigating this modern social landscape. Safety always comes before curiosity or excitement. In conclusion, these 9 true online dating horror stories reveal the shadowy side of digital romance. They show that obsession, manipulation, stalking, and deception are real risks. Emma, Mark, Sophie, Daniel, Rachel, Ben, Olivia, Jason, and Clara all survived encounters that could have turned worse. Their experiences remind us to be alert, cautious, and aware. Online dating is not inherently dangerous, but unpredictability is real. Protecting yourself, observing behavior closely, and responding to red flags can make the difference between a pleasant connection and a terrifying encounter. Trusting your instincts is the most powerful tool you have. Thank you for staying with me through these stories. Remember, online dating can be enjoyable, but safety is always the priority. Learn from these experiences, share your own stories if you've had close calls, and never underestimate the power of vigilance. Stay safe, stay alert, and always trust your gut.